Let's take a journey that starts in a tiny garage in California and leads to the palm of your hand, where you probably hold an iPhone right now. Apple, a brand synonymous with innovation, design, status, and in many ways, the future. But it didn't start out this way. The path to building one of the most powerful companies in history wasn't straight, wasn't smooth, and definitely wasn't easy. Let's rewind to the beginning. The humble garage. In 1976, two Steves, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, alongside Ronald Wayne, founded Apple Computer Inc. in a garage in Los Altos, California. Their goal was simple: make computers small enough for people to have them in their homes or offices. At the time, that idea was revolutionary. By 1997, Apple was on the verge of collapse, and then, the comeback of the century, the return of Steve Jobs. Apple acquired Next, and with that deal, Steve Jobs returned to Apple. He came back with a new mindset, sharp focus, and a bold vision. And he started cutting the fat. He simplified the product line, focused on innovation, and then dropped a bombshell. In 2001, Apple introduced the iPod. 1,000 songs in your pocket. Then came iTunes, which reshaped the music industry. But he wasn't done. In 2007, Steve Jobs walked on stage in a black turtleneck and jeans and said, "Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone." The iPhone was born. It changed everything, not just for Apple, for the entire world. Mobile computing, the App Store, the camera is in your pocket. All of it exploded from that moment. Then came the iPad, the MacBook Air, AirPods, and beyond. Apple wasn't just back, it was defining the future, the loss of a visionary. In 2011, Steve Jobs passed away after a long battle with cancer. The world mourned not just a CEO, but a creative visionary who redefined technology. Leadership passed to Tim Cook, Apple's COO. Many wondered, could Apple survive without Jobs? Tim Cook era? Innovation with stability? Their first product, the Apple I, was hand-built by Wozniak and sold as a motherboard. No keyboard, no monitor. Still, it made waves. Apple without Jobs. Meanwhile, Apple without Jobs? It struggled. Throughout the 90s, Apple lost its edge. Microsoft Windows dominated. Apple products became clunky, overpriced, and uninspired. There were leadership changes, layoffs, and major losses. Under Tim Cook, Apple didn't just survive. It soared. While Cook's Apple was more iterative than revolutionary, it was wildly successful. Apple became the first trillion-dollar company in 2018, then a $2 trillion company, then $3 trillion. The iPhone continued to evolve. Apple expanded into services: Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, iCloud, Apple Pay, and Apple Arcade. The Apple Watch became a health industry disruptor. AirPods redefined wireless audio. Apple in 2025. What's now? Now in 2025, Apple continues to dominate. The iPhone 17 has pushed boundaries with AI integration and satellite features. The Apple Vision Pro, its spatial computing headset launched in 2023, showed the company's direction toward mixed reality, and while initial sales were modest, it laid the foundation for Apple's metaverse strategy. Apple's recent focus is on AI, privacy-first tech, sustainability, and healthcare. They're building AI that works privately on your devices. They're investing in non-invasive health tech. Rumors of a glucose monitor in the Apple Watch are still swirling. Despite some public challenges, lawsuits over App Store policies, heavy regulations in Europe, and rising competition in Asia, Apple remains incredibly profitable, widely admired, and culturally iconic. And through it all, Apple maintains a closed, premium ecosystem. Critics call it restrictive. Fans call it seamless. What we can learn: Apple's journey isn't just about sleek products. It's about focus, resilience, and reinvention. It's about a founder who was once fired from his own company, only to return and save it. It's about understanding that simplicity isn't easy. It's powerful. It's about building not just for what's flashy, but for what lasts. If you found this breakdown of Apple's incredible rise valuable, make sure you like this video, leave a comment telling us what part of the story surprised or inspired you most, and don't forget to subscribe to Business Tribe for more deep dives into the businesses shaping the world. Your next big idea might just need a little spark. And sometimes, that spark comes from studying greatness. Thanks for watching.